Ah, the Saturday wrap. The Saturday wrap for Saturday the 14th, the day after Friday the 13th of March 2026. This was my week. A week off, actually. All the things that I did, the health, the travel, the beer, the politics, the things. Anyway, the word or phrase of the week: oil. Whether you believe we should use oil or whether you believe we shouldn't use oil, we are using oil. And I'd be very surprised if you're not in contact with something that was made with oil, or you're getting electricity where the turbines were lubricated by oil, or you have a car that needs oil on the bearings or whatever. Oil. And we use it and we will continue to use it. And there's a bit of an issue at the moment, even if it's just deliveries, because fuel. This one will run and run. You've always got to have an exit strategy. Don't think there is one in this case. So, things are going to get expensive. Things are already getting expensive. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, app of the week. So I was listening to a podcast, the Nazilla cast, which is Alison backwards. She's in hospital because she tripped over a dog lead because a dog ran in front of her and she broke a femur, which is horrible. Anyway, she's in hospital now in rehabilitation, and she's tethering a lot, and it's difficult to tell if her Mac, because this is a Mac product, is online or offline, or if it drops. She mentioned an app called Online Check for the Mac by Sindra Sohas, who's excellent. Anyway, all it does, it just sits there and does nothing until you go offline, and then it pops up red, which is, I thought that would be really useful. So it's a paid app. It's a fiver in dollars and Great British pounds. And because I was away, I was away at the time, it was really useful because the Wi-Fi in the travel lodge needs the re-authenticating every morning, and it's good to know that you've gone offline. And it just kind of sits there and works, and you know, does what it's supposed to do. One thing very well, which is what you want in an app. Anyway, thing of the week. Okay, if you are into your tech, you will know that Apple have brought out the MacBook Neo wall-to-wall reviews. The general consensus is it's a little corker and it will upset the market for cheap Windows laptops and maybe more expensive Chromebooks. Here's the big thing. I bought one. Okay. Do I have a massive need for one? No. Do I really want one? Yes. Is it a great little thing? I believe so. Anyway, thoughts of the week. Well, there are people who are no longer with us. There are people who have really bad things happening to them. Enjoy your life while you can. Do what you want to do. I managed to do a lot of that this week, and I think I'm all the better for it. Other people will need to decide that fully, but I feel better for it. I was doing what I wanted to do. I was self-indulgent. I was beanoing, and it was the Wetherspoons Beer Festival. Anyway, enjoy yourself. It's good for you. The song of the week, well, I don't know where I heard it, but I heard it somewhere in the week and I couldn't think what it was. I know a lot of people use Shazam for song identification, but I still use Soundhound. And it was The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen. Bunnymen? Bunnymen from Ocean Rain 1984. I just think it just sounds wonderful. Sounds really good. I like the way it's put together. I'd forgotten what it was, to be perfectly honest, but sometimes you need music that's Not your usual music, to be perfectly honest. So, my week. Of course, I was going to go away and I developed a cold and I had a runny nose and all horrible. I'm not going to describe it, but on Saturday, a watery eye. I just stuck a contact lens on top of it and hoped for the best, but it was unpleasant, to be perfectly honest. However, Spoons Fest in Newport, 189 a pint. Can't be wrong. Anyway, MBO1 going away for Mini Beano 01 2026, the first Mini Beano since late summer bank holiday, and it was to the same place. Well, mostly. And it was a foggy journey down. It was a foggy day, to be completely honest, but there you go. Um, it was a great day. It was a great day out. And on the Monday, I jumped on the train. It's about 12 minutes. Went to Bath. That was a great day as well. It was rather wonderful. Various spoons, various pubs, various bars, and I ended up in a pub called the Raven, which is quite political because it's the one that wouldn't let the current Prime Minister in. I had no idea. I just got talking to this guy, and then I met a guy from Rubina. Yeah. Anyway, Tuesday, back to Bath. New spoons. The old post office where they were testing the fire alarms. And I think they were a little bit overly sensitive. However, it's quite funny to see the fire alarms going off and a full English being brought out and served to a customer. It made me laugh. Anyway, also on the Tuesday, the smallest pub in Bath, the Coeur de Leon, and I had some homemade soup and crusty bread with Welsh butter. Yeah. Anyway, Wednesday coming home. There's an Aldi next to the Travel Lodge in Chippenham. Shop there. Jumped in the car. Got stuck in a huge traffic jam around Bristol. Didn't see any crash cars or anything to speed the thing along, but not until I was almost back in Wales did I manage to get out to first gear. It was horrible. Thursday, off to Cardiff to collect the Neo. Tap and go, which kind of seems to have worked really well. Um, did it with the phone. You still have to activate the phone despite what it says, but yeah, you go. And tried to get into St. David's too to collect it, and they were having a fire alarm test. Then it started to rain, and there you go. Friday. Friday. More be knowing in Newport. Cheltenham Gold Cup is on. The John Wallace Linton was full of shirts and ladies' shirts and suits, I should say, and ladies with hats on and horsiness. And the sun's kind of come out, despite the fact it is really rather cold. That was my week. It was a week of tech. It was a week of Beanoing. Back to work next week. Anyway, cheers, everyone, and good health.